Good afternoon, everyone. We are lucky to be joined by a very familiar face in the SLU community, Mr. Tim Eggleston from the University of Missouri in Columbia. And he will be sharing some great insight into Mizzou with us. So, welcome, Mr. Eggleston. And
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
no problem at all. Thank you for joining us. And hopefully next year, or possibly in the spring, we'll be able to see you face to face.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great. We'll take it kind of week by week.
Yes, yes, indeed. So our first question is if you would just if you wouldn't mind just giving us a general overview or an elevator pitch, if you will, for students who are not familiar with Mizzou.
Mizzou, we are a large public research university of over 30,000 students. So we are a large school, but I am typically quick to point out to students there's just so many different ways that you can make that campus a lot smaller. We're located in Columbia, about an hour and 45 minutes from the St. Louis area. Columbia is a quintessential college town of about 120,000 people. It sits right next to Mizzou's campus, the downtown district does. And to keep it brief, I always like to highlight just the depth and the breadth of resources that Mizzou provides. We have over 300 different academic programs, over 600 different student organizations, and a number of different specific research opportunities for undergraduate students as well. So I like to think that there's really something for everyone at Mizzou.
Very true. Thank you so much for sharing.
Sure.
Now, if you wouldn't mind sharing, and I know it's hard to narrow down, but some of the most popular areas of study at Mizzou right now, and if there are any new and exciting areas of study that have recently made their debut on campus.
Probably the first major that comes to mind when students think of Mizzou is our Missouri School of Journalism. That's consistently one of our most popular majors. The reason it's so popular is because the university owns and operates 15 professional media outlets, including the NBC affiliate news station for Central Missouri, one of two community newspapers, but also we own and operate two professional advertising agencies where our strategic communication students will work. So lots of hands-on opportunities really across the board in all of our majors, and journalism kind of started that way back in the day. Business is another really popular major. We have a 100% internship placement rate within that business program, so very, very popular amongst students. Other programs include our School of Health Professions, which is everything outside of nursing, and our pre-med program. But we also have really popular and strong programs in all of our pre-professional tracks. Mizzou does have a medical school, a law school, and a vet school, and those schools all offer undergraduate courses for students to take as part of those pre-professional tracks as well. In terms of new and interesting programs, within the last couple of years, we now have a new microbiology program that's kind of partnered with our School of Veterinary Medicine. So for students that, sure, if they're maybe thinking about vet school, but also for students interested in research, either in academia or possibly in something outside of academia and maybe the business sector, we really kind of hang our hat on research. Students go on to be published, present at conferences across the country. All of our professors spend around 30 to 40% of their time doing research, publishing, patenting. So it's a big, big part of the overall academic experience at Mizzou. So, but as I mentioned, 300 different programs, but those tend to be some of the most popular amongst students. But let us know if you have a specific program, and we'd be happy to tell you more and get you connected.
Thank you so much for sharing. And so now to just pivot a little bit and talk about life outside of the classroom for students, would you mind kind of just discussing some of the popular student organizations, activities, ways for students to really hit the ground running and get involved as early as freshman year?
Yeah, and Mizzou, you mentioned right starting out of freshman year. In most school years, this one being a different one for a lot of different reasons, but we actually have all of our freshmen move into their dorm a full week before classes start, called Welcome Week, and it's really dedicated to getting students connected to all of the different student organizations, learning more about their major. What I liked most about Mizzou is the fact that you have 600 student organizations. You can continue to do all the things that you really enjoyed doing in high school. And I think you see most undergraduate students at Mizzou do a variety of things. So You don't have to be a Division I athlete to get involved with club sports or rec sports. That's really popular among students. Um, we have non-music majors in all of our bands, choirs, and ensembles. We have open auditions for all of our theater productions on campus. And we're also only about 25-minute drive from Jefferson City. So internships through our Civic Leaders Internship Program, they're open to non-political science students too. But some off-the-wall student orgs that tend to be popular. We have a Quidditch team. We have a concrete canoe club. We have Greek life on campus. We have all sorts of leadership development and even certificate programs that students can take part into. A great way to get connected right off the bat is through your residence hall where you live. Those are usually some of the first people that you meet. And during that welcome week, kind of imagine a college fair, like an in-person college fair before this year. Imagine one of those, but with all of our student organizations with tables set up. And then I think the cherry on top of Mizzou is getting to go to those big athletic events, big time football, basketball, baseball, soccer games. Nothing like a fall Saturday when you get to see the Tigers take on some of the best competition around. So it's I think Mizzou, like I said, offers a little bit of everything.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. In
Sure.
a Jesuit Catholic institution, would you mind telling us a little bit about your Center on campus, or opportunities for students to continue to practice their faith on campus?
Absolutely, yeah. The Newman Center on Mizzou's campus sits directly next to the Trulaske College of Business. So they have all different types of opportunities for students to get involved specifically within their church community. So that includes service trips over spring break. We have a lot of alternative break programs, but certainly they offer a lot of opportunities for service. They also do have a student mass on Sunday evenings, a little bit more instrumental, and also study and prayer groups as well offered throughout the week too. So I definitely would say a vibrant community. Students that are interested in continuing a faith practice, we have a ton of different opportunities for students to do that. So I know that you'll find a lot of students that will use the Newman Center as a great study space too. So they have a ton of room over there. I know I did that quite a bit when I was an undergraduate student, and lots of avenues for students to continue practicing their faith.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that as well. And my last question would be, are you currently allowing students to visit campus? And if not, how would you recommend that students engage with the university if they're not able to physically visit?
Great question. So yes, Mizzou, we are currently offering on-campus in-person visits. We do have some restrictions in place and social distancing measures in place. We are also only scheduling visits about a month out. So what I mean by that is if you wanted to visit on November 30th, you won't actually be able to schedule that visit online until October 30th. So if you go online to schedule a visit, you won't be able to schedule more than a month out just due to some precautions that we're taking in terms of keeping our visitor numbers a little bit lower and a little bit more control over that. But we currently are offering an in-person information session followed by a campus tour with a current student. If you're interested in meeting with a specific academic program on campus or our honors college, those are actually being done virtually currently. We're hoping that we can kind of open up a little bit more as we get possibly into the spring semester, but we do have limited visit capacity. But in addition to that, we have obviously tons of virtual options, virtual overviews, virtual tours, info sessions on majors. We also have current student panels too, which I'm a big proponent of. We want to hear directly from the students that are kind of living and breathing the experience now, hear what their favorite part of campus life is, maybe what's something that they would change about their campus experience. So we're offering those every single week. But yes, we would love to host you, and you can just go to visit.missouri.edu to schedule either an in-person or a virtual visit.
Awesome, fantastic. So we definitely appreciate your time. And again, we hope that within the near future, we will be able to see your face and welcome you back to the SLU campus. So thank you
I
again.
can't wait. Can't wait. Thanks
Awesome.
so much.
Thank you.